It's 2016. I'm in North Carolina, staying the week with a friend who I never really get to see a lot. Late one night, while waiting for them to come home, I see a video on my YouTube feed. Me, completely forgetting that this game was ever coming out, and then just seeing that it gets dropped out of nowhere, I immediately pirate the game and play the whole game in its entirety on my laptop that I could just barely play it on. And I loved it. I'm a real sucker for walking simulators, whether it be What Remains of Edith Finch or Gone Home. I just eat that shit up. I think it's due to the fact that all you have to do is move from one point to another without any thought. I can get lost in the world that the developers made for me. I can really think about the story and truly envelop myself in the world around me. But with Firewatch, it's a little different. Think of any scary game. Dead Space, Outlast, Fatal Frame. They all have one thing in common. They're all inherently scary. They all have monsters and enemies, and for the most part, they're really fucking dark. But Firewatch has something even more scary. Paranoia. Firewatch starts off pretty simple. You're a man named Henry who picked up a job watching over forest fires, but it starts getting pretty weird pretty soon. We see a man on a hill who we don't know. Our lookout tower was broken into. We have the two girls go missing and their camp completely destroyed. And then it starts ramping up, because you find a clipboard with your conversations on it. You get decked in the face when you see a lone walkie-talkie in the ground that someone is obviously using to listen in on you. You find some space-age station that is being used to spy on you. It gets burnt down to the ground right after you find it, and now you're the one to blame. You hear someone on the radio that wasn't Delilah.
Alright, so, tell me what you think of this.
You get locked in the cave and find the dead body of a kid killed by his father. And all the while this is going on, you start feeling this overarching feeling of fear and dread almost. What is out there? Who is doing all of this? Why us? What did we do? Why did he kill his son? What do they want with us? Paranoia is man's greatest fear. It's nothing inherently scary, it's just you scaring yourself. Because in the end, none of what you were thinking was true. The girls didn't get murdered or go missing, they got arrested. The station that burnt down was just a place to study the wildlife there. And as for everything else, well, it was just a grizzled veteran who couldn't come to terms with what he did.
Yeah, hi, Henry. Hey, you better find this before it burns up. We've been causing each other a lot of headaches. Now I gotta go stake out a site that's as fit for living as the one you're about to find. You'll get it when you see it. You can't blame me for keeping an eye on you. Not after bumping into you back in May. Down by the cave, for croc's sake. I've been up here for 3 years. I kept it cozy. Winters are harsh as hell, and I ran out of books. But I got that antenna rigged up, and Delilah, she's a record you don't gotta flip. I kinda get why Brian took to her. About a week ago, I stopped worrying about you finding anything out, and that's right when everything went shithouse with you two. You guys don't know anything about having kids. All right, nobody knows nothing. It ain't Andy and Opie walking down a lake to fish every afternoon. It ain't Mayberry. But you gotta know I didn't kill him. All right, we were climbing. I was teaching him. Brian was uneducated in the way to do anything. He just fucking didn't sink his anchor the right way. You know, I thought about going back, having to answer questions and having to get them put in the ground, and I didn't see the point. Don't come looking for me. Sorry about your wife.
He didn't kill his son. His son just didn't sing his anchor right and fell to his death. All the books you see around the forest are Ned's. He read them all, and he's just been listening to you for entertainment. He was the one who you saw at the beginning of the game. He was the one who locked you in the cave. He was the one who trashed the girl's campsite. It was all just one man. No ghosts, no murder, no aliens, nothing. This game is the true definition of fear for me. A murder in the forest would be expected. A ghost is kind of predictable, and aliens is, I mean, come on. But when you find out that all of this is just nothing, and that you were just scaring yourself, that to me is real fear.
Don't need no books or ponds or the ponderosas. Don't need no lady or marry the Mariposas. Can't waste no time in getting there.